Hello, good morning.
Ma'am, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am good. It's always nice to start a day or learning something, that too from
Yeah,
an expert. So really, I'm good.
yeah. So thank you for the compliment. And also, I'm no expert. I'm here to learn from you. Yes, we are here to work upon something today. So, before we begin, I think I made a note about you regarding something. Today, I would be focusing on one more thing apart from linkers. So, in English, there is something that we call as coherence, and then there is something that we call as cohesion, right? So linkers basically add that cohesiveness in your sentences. But what is this coherence that we are speaking on? Coherence is nothing but relevance, and it's also a logical flow in speaking. For example, if I ask you that why are you motivated to learn English? How will you answer for this question?
I have been motivated to learn English because the environment that I have seen, it is very important for one's career
Right,
development.
right.
So if I want to develop my career, so it is a prerequisite that I would go for it.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I will stuck in my position.
I will be stuck in my
I will
position.
be stuck in my position.
Right. The answer was good, the way you started it. So I have been motivated to learn English because. So then you stated those reasons,
Yeah.
right? This is what we call a signposting language, in other words. All right. So signposting language is nothing but having a flow in response or creating a kind of signpost for the listener that I'm going to be speaking about this. Instead of telling the reason, that because it provides a learning pathway, it provides growth opportunities. Instead of giving these reasons right away, you're trying to have a flow towards it. Okay. So when it comes to presenting reasons, you can use sentences like the first and foremost reason that I can think of about learning English is. The sentence was also good that you're using, but you're just repeating the question sentence, right? So you can try and use these phrases too. The first and foremost reason, the primary reason why I am motivated to learn English is, then mention that first reason. So this is how I think we can incorporate our language or refine our language more, I would say. Okay. I would like to focus on pronunciation also a little, but my focus would be more on coherence today. So today's topic is all about job satisfaction. You might have read the session notes already.
Yes.
Right. Okay. When it comes to the word like burnout, what exactly is a burnout according to you? And when does a person face a burnout? You can even give examples of the situations that you just read.
Burnout, I can give an example like when students study very hard, so they burn their midnight oil. There is another expression, but
Yeah. Yeah.
while doing so, it continuously for days together. So they burn out. It also take a toll on their health also. That is what
Right.
burnout. Burn.
So you said they burn out or they experience a burnout. What would be the right way to
They
put it?
experience the burnout.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's move to the next set of questions. So you can try and keep those, like you can have your screen set on those dialogues, or we can try and focus on that signposting language that we have been discussing on. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your with your current job that you did? Not current job. So with your job that you did, and
Yeah,
also
yes.
with your academic course.
Yes, so when I was working, so my job, yeah, was satisfied. But if I have to give a number, uh, 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 scale from 1 to 10, so I'd give it 7. Now, why I'm giving it 7 and what are the reason that it is not 10 or why it is not 2 or 3? First of all, I was very much satisfied with the job, and I was doing a government job. It was, as we know, that the job security is there, and there was no issue with a salary or etc. We used to get it on time. I used to get it on time. But at the same time, if you have some knowledge about how the government office run, even though I was putting my effort, but had seen other people who are not very serious about our job. They would come late, and the
Yeah,
punishment level is not that much. So it went continue. So when you will see that you are doing hard work, but others are not doing the same
yeah,
kind of work, but they are still getting promotion and sometimes ahead of you because of
mm,
the caste system, as you know, the
yeah,
reservation system. So that also gives some kind of frustration. So
no,
that's why I was not satisfied for that reason. So overall, I was satisfied. It's a very good number, I think, between 1 to 10, if I give 7.
mm. 7, yeah, 7 is a good number. But yes, what you just mentioned is absolutely true. Sometimes it's not what the higher management is doing. It's actually what the other people are doing, and the point that higher management is not so stringent on that. And we try make diligent efforts. We try and be as sincere as we can, but still, sometimes it goes unacknowledged. So yeah, you should have been acknowledged for your hard work or for your punctuality, I would say. I hope you did receive that acknowledgement, if not many times, at least
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, I received, yes. My immediate, not immediate, but the boss above that one, above my immediate boss. So she was a lady officer and she always praised me whenever I put good work,
Yeah, yeah,
whenever I did good work. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so what qualities do you believe make a great manager?
A great manager is one who has the knowledge about how to manage time and
Hmm.
how to get along with their subordinate officer.
Right?
Like a quality of good communication always matters, because if you are a well qualified person, but if you cannot put across your thoughts in
Hmm.
the right way to your and if you to your subordinate officer, so it may not work the way you want to
Hmm.
uh, perform the work assigned to you.
Right.
And another thing is that you while getting work done by your juniors, so you have to be stringent. At the same time, you have to be uh, friendly also. What it is called, carrot and stick policy. Uh,
Sorry.
Carrot and stick policy.
I'm not sure of this word. I know about
Okay.
holistic, but no carrot. Carrot. Can you spell it out
Ca-
for me?
Carrot, that is CARROT, carrot and stick.
Carrot and stick.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
this is the
if you are
first time
doing
I'm
good job,
hearing this expression.
pardon?
Yesterday also I learned a new word, which was decoction. So that's like an alternative for concoction, slightly different meaning. Carrot and motivational strategy that uses both rewards and punishment. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah,
If you
like
are not doing work, then you will get punishment, and if you are doing
yeah,
good work, so you will get the.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Okay, so
so he has to strike a balance, the manager. So you cannot give the liberty to do whatever they want. You have to be stringent when it is needed, and but at the same time you have to be friendly with them. Otherwise, you will not be able to get teamwork done by them the way
right.
you want. Yes.
Right. Your answer was really good, but your thoughts were a little scattered. Like you spoke of time management, then you spoke of this carrot and stick approach. You spoke of communication, then you spoke of bonding. I think that you could have separated these contents section wise. Very easily, you could have done it. Can you try one more time?
Uh, so a manager should have the quality of managing.
So I'm really sorry to cut you. First and foremost, try to use that. Or a manager should have many qualities. Firstly, I would like to discuss about one primary aspect, then mention about that. Another quality that a manager should have is then mention that second one, and just briefly talk about or explain why those qualities are important. Yeah.
Yeah. So a manager, firstly, a manager should have a number of qualities
Hmm.
to. be a good manager to get his work done by his junior. The first and foremost one is time management. So the work that he is assigned to has to be done within the time frame given, and that to be getting that will have to be getting done by his junior. So everyone is given the assignment with a time frame that should be monitored by the manager whether he or she is doing within the time frame. The
Mm.
next point is, I think, is the skill of communication. Because what you want, if you cannot put across that idea to your juniors, so how
Right.
they would react.
Mm.
So you have to be clear. There should be the clarity in your orders, what you want.
Yeah.
Another one is that it is not that being a manager, you have to be like a strict person. The bossism, I would say that should not be there.
Yeah.
You
So
have
the ability to strike a balance. Mm.
you have to strike a balance.
Yeah.
When it is needed, you need to be strict. Opportunity comes, you have to be friendly with them so that they have a good opinion about you.
Yeah.
Because if the junior have a bad opinion about the manager, they will not strive hard to do the job.
Mm.
Sometimes they may go for sabotaging also.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Anything else that you want to mention here?
So whenever the people are doing good job, so you have to be appreciative of this fact that will boost their confidence and they will work uh,
Yeah.
hard and they will do good job.
I think this is the most important one, the one that you spoke. So you can say last but not the least in this.
Last but not the least, yes.
Right. Right. Okay. So what challenges have you
Ma'am,
encountered?
I can I
Yeah.
say like this? Last but not the least, the manager should not hold back in appreciating their juniors.
Yeah. That is actually a better way to the sentence that you just created. So you did use unappreciative in the previous one. That was also a good one. The way you constructed this sentence is also good. Okay. And yes, I like the way you pronounced it. Last but not the least, like you were trying to emphasize on it,
Yes,
right? And that
yes,
is what pronunciation, like one of the aspects of pronunciation is. Okay.
yes.
So in the next answer, try to focus on this emphasis, I would say. All right. So, what challenges have you encountered in your job course that taught you patience?
Yes, while doing some work. So we did it. I am talking about the whole team. We did it so hurriedly that sometimes at the last moment we miss something important. So now it comes to how can we correct it. So what I realized after all those things happen that we have to be very patient. We have to be very careful, looking at the time also. So if we are not patient, if we want to do just somehow we can get it done, no. So that's taught me to be patient, and later I come around to those state of mind.
Later, I calm around.
Keep
Later, I calm myself. Give
calm
me.
myself to that state of mind.
Yeah. Yeah. There were two sentences in which you said we need to be patience. So we need to have patience, or we
We
need to
need to
be
have patience.
patient. There was one more sentence. I can't recall what that sentence was, but very minute error was there, but there was. Okay. Right. So actually working in a hurried pace, so that taught you patience, right? So how would you like to summarize it? In essence, what I'm trying to say is, can you use this sentence and just summarize your whole content? So any work requires time and effort, and we cannot rush the process, we can say.
Yes, yes, yes. We
Right.
cannot rush the process just to get the work done. We have to look at the quality also rather
Right.
than going for the quantity.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's what taught me that for achieving this aspect while doing this work, so we have to have the patience to do our work.
Right. So how many projects did you do at a hurried pace? And then when you finally realized that no, I should slow down. So when was that?
So there were some proposal came from the lower uh, officer. So we
Hmm.
had to take a note on those, and we have to give our opinion on that. And then again, we sent the file to our higher authorities.
Hmm.
So if I am not careful about what uh, proposal was there in the notes, and if I put my views without going through the files properly in a
Hmm.
hurried manner, as I said, so that will give a very bad idea about me to my
Yeah.
higher authorities.
Yeah. You need to read that, or you need to put time into reading that to make sure that you're aware about all the details, right? And there's no point of if in my opinion, so there's no point of hurrying, because you end up having to do the work twice. It's better to do it just once but with good
Yes,
patience, rather than
the
doing.
file will come back to us. Then again, we'll have to start from the
Yeah.
what is the phrase that I had to go back to the drawing board.
Yes, yes, go back to the drawing board, or go back to the first square. Yeah.
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 Back to square
So,
one.
square one, right? Okay, so it was good the way you were answering. Let's. I think we can pull up one more answer over here, and in that we can try to be mindful about that expression as well. Signposting language, right? So, what do you think are the most important factors for staying satisfied and productive in a long-term career?
Okay, so I'm going to tell about this about myself, what I felt while I was doing work.
Mm,
So according to me, my job satisfaction is that if the work that I am doing
mm,
is helping people,
mm,
no matter how much hard work I am putting in, but if it is helping a lot of people, or even a single people, no matter what, that will give me satisfaction. There is no question of getting a bonus instead of doing that work. No, that will not give me satisfaction. The satisfaction gives me when the people becomes happy. So I can give you an example. Say, I was working in an office where pension authorities are issued to the pensioners. Okay.
okay.
Now the
Okay.
pensioners submit their papers and they wait for their pension to be released.
Mm,
Now, if I can put in some hard work, doing extra work for 1 or 2 hours, and I can uh, I can give them I can facilitate to issue their pension order early,
mm,
which will ultimately put a smile on their face. So that
yeah.
will give me more satisfaction than getting reward from the office in
Yeah.
kind or something else.
That is
So
actually what the act of service is. Yeah.
yes.
Please continue.
So it is one thing, and that gives me the sensation like it is productive. What I'm doing is a productive work.
Yeah.
So, so that's what I'm satisfied with that.
Hmm. Right. So you gave me your personal example, but there was one expression which you used according to me. So this was again, I was recently asked this question.
Yes. You told me
Yes.
one.
Yes, I told you that, right? So, according to my opinion, even I have a habit of saying it. If you remember in the beginning of the session, I was about to say according to me, but then I switched to according to my opinion.
According
So,
to my opinion,
yeah,
I
I'm learning
remember.
this habit, and I'm trying to get rid of this expression from my vocabulary, according to me. Okay, so according to my opinion, or in my opinion, according to my perspective, is also fine. Right. So it was, you know a lot of idioms, but my suggestion to you would be to focus on the pronunciation of first sound, because whatever that I suggest you to use or to go about, you end up doing or achieving that to a large extent in the session. But yes, further practice in that area is required. Okay, so the way we discussed about signposting language today, I would say that continue to answer like that, because all of the questions which are asked, you can practice that in one way or the other. Okay. Linkers also, you can practice that with all the questions in one way or the other. We can use linkers of emphasis more now, when especially when we are giving opinionated answers, and most of your answers are very firmly opinionated, right? So we can use something like undoubtedly, undeniably, inarguably. Try to use those expressions more in between your sentences, just in order to add more emphasis and add more meaning into our content. Last but not the least, the pronunciation of the first sound. So for that,
So
please,
which sound, ma'am? For
for
example,
F, like in,
F.
yeah, when you're saying for example, so sometimes we have a habit of saying, instead of for, we have a habit of saying per.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that is because of the regional influence, right?
Yes,
So
right.
yeah, please watch video related to it, that how to really, like, what do we need to do, like for, so we need to bite the lower lip, and there needs to be slight air that needs to come out from the mouth. So we can try and watch video related to it, and please practice some tongue twisters after that.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so
Mhm.
this would be one practice that I would require you to do apart from classes, other than like that, in the classes you're performing seemingly well anyways. Okay. Right. So
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.